I didn't think I'd have to make this video, and I still don't really want to, but I feel like in light of what's been going on, that it's just right for me to make this. I'm sure a lot of you already know what's been going down and what's happened. So I'm just going to give you a more enlightened view on the situation so that we can all collectively move on and continue doing what we enjoy doing. Because staying on topics that make people feel like this isn't a good thing, and it'll only lead us to taking more and more steps back, and that's not something that we need to be doing as a community. Um, I'm sure you've heard what I did, and I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I I did it in what I thought was a controlled environment, and I didn't think that it would ever get out. I am truly sorry for what I've done. Don't think I'm trying to act like I'm sorry that I was found out, because that's not the case. Because after the fact, I I felt terrible right off the get-go. Um as I'm sure most people would. I'm not proud of what happened, nor am I proud of the outcome that has happened, and what's been thrown on my name and on my community, because not only does this affect me and the way that I'm seen, it affects all of you for supporting someone like me. And if you don't want to support me, that's fine. I totally understand. But at the end of the day, I mean, we all make mistakes. I did what I did. You've all made mistakes. We've all done things we regret. We've all gotten into heated situations with individuals that we may have liked or disliked or had no opinion on whatsoever. Um, but I just never thought it'd escalate to the point that it has escalated to, and I'm really sorry for that. Um, it, the way people have been talking about it, they've made it sound like I'm some kind of disgusting monster, and that this stuff like this, of this nature, has been going on for years when it hasn't. And I need to be here to set the record straight. I'll take accountability for the things that I've done, but I'm not going to take accountability for things that haven't been done. So, yes, I am sorry for what happened, but you also need to understand that the other things that people are saying are not true. So, that's what this video is. All I want to do is I want to explain to all of you that what you're hearing is for the most part not true. Some of what you heard probably is. And I just, I don't want you to think less of me than you should. Because what happened was deplorable. I obviously, as you all know, wasn't the only person involved. And being as transparent as possible, I know this sounds like it'd be a lie or a cover up. I wasn't the biggest person involved. I didn't say what I should have said. I didn't come out about the situation when I knew it was happening. And that was my issue. And I should have. I should have came out about it as soon as I heard about it. And as soon as I found out the people that I knew were involved, but instead I decided to stay quiet in hopes that it'd all blow over and that these people that I'm involved with would sort things out and then everything would go back to the way it was. But clearly it hasn't, and I totally understand that. So I'm sorry about that as well. I'm sorry I let you all down, and I just want to go back to doing what I do, making what I make, and enjoying the things I like to enjoy. I feel like people now like to look for only the bad things, and I don't feel like that's a good way to live your life, looking at only the negative stuff. I know that on this channel, it's kind of the persona I've built for myself is being real negative, but at the end of the day, that's not who I am. And that's a step in a direction I have to take on this channel. If it's making people believe the things that are being said about me, my community, and the people I care about. Because what happened was serious. I could have came out about it earlier, and I didn't. And that's my fault, and I'm sorry. I just don't want you to think that I was okay with what was going on, because I wasn't. I wasn't okay. I was just scared to bring it up, and I was scared to talk about it because I didn't know what would happen if I did so. I didn't know who would get affected, and I didn't know how it would affect them and how it could possibly affect me, because I didn't know everything. Now we know everything. And I didn't know everything at the time. And if I did start talking about it at the time, I could have gotten things wrong that I didn't know. And then people who didn't deserve to have things thrown on them would have allegations thrown on them. And I didn't want to risk that decision. So I hope you can understand why right off the bat I didn't talk about it. And I'm talking about it now, obviously, because it's gotten way too out of hand and way too out of control. And I'm sorry for that. I feel like I could have done something to make it a little bit better, and I didn't. And that is entirely on me. That's on nobody else. Because as far as I'm aware, other than me, or other than the people who did something, I was the only one that knew about it. As far as I'm aware, as far as people know, I was the only one that knew things and didn't say anything. And that's my fault, and I am sorry for that. The people that did these things obviously will not be in contact with them anymore. And that's really all I have to say about it. So I just wanted to use this video as a platform to share my side of the story so you'd have a further understanding of the situation. And I've made a serious and continuous lapse in my judgment.